In the vast silence between stars, where darkness whispers secrets only light can decipher, there exists a paradox, an infinite embrace of emptiness cradling the promise of everything. Imagine a universe where the void breathes with the pulse of celestial dreams, and within that void, a single spark ignites the dawn of human curiosity. Here, a star's silent death gives birth to shimmering gold, a silent testament to cosmic alchemy. We stand on the brink of a new chapter, where the boundaries of Earth dissolve into the shimmering horizon of possibility, and the human spirit reaches beyond the confines of gravity's gentle grip. As we prepare to step into this luminous frontier, we are invited to question, what is the true cost of touching the infinite? What stories will emerge from the silent depths of space? And how will they reshape the very fabric of our understanding? In this moment of stillness and wonder, we glimpse the edges of a universe eager to reveal its deepest mysteries. But what lies behind this cosmic veil? In the vast theater of the cosmos, where nebulae swirl like cosmic watercolor paintings, and stars are scattered like glittering grains of sand across an endless night, humanity stands on the precipice of a new chapter, one that transforms the dream of space into a tangible reality. Imagine the first New Zealander soaring beyond our atmosphere with blue origin, a vessel bridging the familiar and the unfathomable, like a seedling breaking through the soil into a sunlight-drenched sky. This journey is more than a flight. It is a voyage into the very fabric of existence, a testament to human curiosity and resilience. As this pioneering passenger ascends, they are enveloped by the thin veneer of Earth's atmosphere, a fragile, shimmering membrane that separates us from the silent, infinite abyss. The boundary between gravity and freedom blurs, revealing a breathtaking vista of Earth's curvature, a luminous blue orb suspended in velvet darkness. It's as if the universe, with all its ancient grandeur, has opened a window for us to glimpse its secrets, to witness phenomena that are both awe-inspiring and humbling. Here, a gamma-ray burst, an explosive celestial lighthouse, shines across the cosmos, reminding us of the violent beauty woven into the universe's fabric. Or consider the Magnetar, a colossal star remnant whose magnetic field twists and contorts like a cosmic ballet, unleashing energy so intense it could strip a planet of its atmosphere in a moment. This new era of space tourism is not merely about conquest or adventure. It's a reflection of our collective quest to understand the universe's grand design. It brings into focus scientific challenges. How do we ensure safety amid the unpredictable fury of cosmic phenomena? How do we democratize access to these awe-inspiring experiences without losing sight of our ethical responsibilities? Each suborbital flight is a delicate dance, balancing innovation with caution, human aspiration with the profound respect we owe to the universe's vast, silent power. But beyond the technical marvels, there is a deeply human story. Passengers, once mere spectators of the cosmos from afar, are now becoming participants, each carrying stories etched into their memories like celestial scars. These stories forge a new relationship with space, transforming it from an unreachable void into a shared space of exploration and hope. They humanize the stars, making the universe not just a distant phenomenon, but a mirror reflecting our dreams, fears, and responsibilities. As we open this cosmic door wider, the question emerges: how might the democratization of the universe redefine our future? Will we see a world where the stars belong to all, a collective heritage, challenging our perceptions of ownership and stewardship? In embracing this new frontier, we are forced to confront our role within the grand architecture of the universe. What truths might be hidden within this infinite expanse, waiting to be uncovered? As we gaze softly at the stars, let us imagine the journey of the first New Zealander to reach beyond our world, carried by hope and curiosity. This voyage is more than a flight. It's a gentle step into the vast unknown, where cosmic phenomena like shimmering auroras and distant gamma-ray bursts whisper the universe's secrets. Each passenger's story is a reminder that humanity's reach can be both a gift and a responsibility, a delicate dance between exploration and respect. As the universe opens its arms, democratizing this boundless space, we are invited to see ourselves not as distant spectators, but as active participants in a shared cosmic tapestry. If this journey touched your soul, if it sparked a quiet wonder within you, let your voice be heard in the comments. Let's return to where it all began, the spark of curiosity that lights our way into the infinite. In the beginning, there was only an infinite silence, a vast and formless void where chaos reigned in its primal, unshaped dance. It was a deep, primordial darkness, not empty, but pregnant with potential, like a cosmic womb awaiting the spark of life. Imagine that silence as the deep breath before the first cry of existence, a moment suspended in time where nothing yet was, yet everything was possible. It was a realm of pure potential, where dust and fire, shadow and light mingled in an eternal swirl, shaping the unseen contours of what was to come. In that ancient chaos, stars were born as fiery beacons, igniting the darkness with their incandescent breath. They flickered into existence like sparks from a divine forge, each one a luminous soul emerging from the depths of cosmic alchemy. These stars, the universe's eternal burners, lived and died in a cycle of magnificent transformation. When a star exhausted its fuel, it did not simply fade away into darkness, but transformed, releasing its innermost secrets into the universe. These deaths, violent and spectacular, scattered elements like cosmic dust, remnants of fire and fury. It was as if the universe itself was breathing out, exhaling the building blocks of life: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, furnace ashes that drifted through the void, waiting to be woven into new worlds. Consider that process as a divine rebirth, where fire and dust conspire in a silent ballet, shaping the very fabric of existence. The death of a star is not an end, but a profound act of creation. From these stellar finales, new elements emerge: gold, iron, platinum, each a fragment of ancient fire, a whisper of the universe's fiery past. These elements, born from cosmic catastrophe, are the seeds of planets and life itself. They drift through space, caught in the gravitational embrace of cosmic dust clouds, patiently waiting for the right moment to coalesce into worlds, into the cradle of life. In that silent forge of cosmic history, time itself was born, an ordered melody emerging from chaos. The universe, once a tumult of unformed energy, began to take shape, structured and purposeful. Galaxies spun like colossal whirlpools of dust and light, their arms stretching outward like the tendrils of a cosmic tree reaching into the unknown. Each galaxy, a testament to the universe's capacity for transformation, a testament to the profound truth that from destruction comes creation. The very fabric of space-time stretched and folded, weaving a tapestry of infinite complexity, where moments of stillness and bursts of explosive energy coexisted in harmony. And here we stand, on the threshold of exploring that vast, ancient silence, peering back into the depths of time, seeking our origins among the dust and fire. Our ancestors, mythic and real, looked up at the night sky and saw stories written in the stars, echoes of the universe's birth. Now, as we prepare to journey beyond our home, we are called to remember that we are made of the same cosmic dust, forged in the fires of ancient stars. Every step we take toward the cosmos is a whisper of that primordial silence that once held all potential. What remains buried in that ancient silence? Are we merely visitors, or do we carry within us the echoes of that primordial chaos, the faint residue of creation itself? And as we venture forth into the new era of space tourism, into the frontier where science and wonder intertwine, we must ask, can we honor the silent song of the universe, or will our curiosity drown out its quiet voice forever? Beneath these records, something is still alive, whispering stories from a time when the universe was young. Imagine the universe as a vast cosmic diary, each page written in the language of light and energy, waiting to be deciphered by those curious enough to read its silent script. Scientific data, in this sense, becomes a time capsule, an artifact that captures moments from the distant past, preserved in the glow of particles and waves that have traveled eons to reach us. One of the most poetic discoveries lies in the detection of MEV emissions, MEV, or mega-electron volts, a unit of energy that sounds abstract but is fundamentally a whisper from the cosmos. These emissions are evidence of nucleosynthesis, the process by which the universe forges new elements within the fiery hearts of stars. When a star explodes in a supernova, it scatters its elemental secrets across the fabric of space. The gamma rays and energetic particles released in these cataclysmic events are like cosmic fingerprints, each one telling a story of creation and destruction, of matter reborn in the crucible of stellar death. These invisible signals serve as a kind of celestial diary, revealing the universe's history in a language only light and energy can speak. They remind us that even the most intangible phenomena, those beyond the reach of our senses, are vital storytellers. They carry within them the echoes of ancient nuclear reactions, moments when the universe was still shaping its first atoms and elements. Through meticulous observation, scientists have learned to read these signals, transforming raw data into a narrative that stretches back billions of years. Think of each photon and particle as a tiny time traveler, bringing with it a fragment of cosmic memory. When we detect gamma rays from distant supernovae, we are essentially peering into a moment frozen in space and time. These signals allow us to understand how the universe evolved, how the dense cores of stars synthesized the building blocks of life, and how the cosmic tapestry was woven thread by thread. Beneath these records, something is still alive, an ongoing dialogue between the universe's past and our present curiosity. Every scientific breakthrough is a whisper from ancient times, a reminder that we are not merely observers, but participants in a grand, unfolding story. As we democratize access to the cosmos, opening space to explorers and dreamers alike, we embrace the responsibility to protect this fragile, luminous history. The universe, in its silent poetry, invites us to listen, to read the hidden language of light and energy, to honor the stories written in particles and waves, and to remember that our journey is intertwined with the cosmic cycle of creation. In the end, science is not just about facts, it is about understanding our place within this infinite luminous story that stretches beyond time itself. In the vast silence of space, where stars are born and die in cosmic cycles, lies a hidden universe beyond our senses. Beneath the glittering surface of the cosmos, there are terrains no eye can see. Microscopic worlds within planets, underground chambers holding secrets of primordial life, and the unseen forces that sculpt the fabric of reality itself. It's a realm of extremes, where environments stretch the limits of human understanding and challenge our very notions of life and survival. Imagine the tiniest particles vibrating in the darkness, molecular structures so small that they defy direct observation, yet they carry the code of life itself. Beneath layers of rock and ice, hidden worlds teem with potential, waiting silently for discovery. These underground landscapes are more than just voids. They are frontiers of possibility, where conditions mimic those of distant planets or ancient Earth, hinting at how life might endure in the universe's most extreme corners. But what kind of life waits inside this silence? Venture beyond, and you encounter forces so powerful they distort the very fabric of space. Magnetars, for instance. These exotic remnants of collapsed stars are neutron stars with magnetic fields billions of times stronger than Earth's. Within their unseen interiors, the magnetic forces twist and warp space-time itself, creating regions so intense that they bend reality in ways incomprehensible. The magnetar's core is cloaked in mystery, a hidden structure of dense matter and magnetic energy, where the fabric of the universe seems to ripple and fracture. It's a place where the laws of physics stretch thin, revealing the fragile boundary between what we know and what remains forever concealed. Now, consider the human journey into these unseen worlds. The recent era of space tourism is not just about reaching altitude, it's about humanizing the unknown. Passengers aboard suborbital flights experience the thrill of crossing boundaries that were once the realm of myth, seeing the curvature of Earth, feeling the weightlessness, and confronting the vast silence of space. Their stories are recorded in real time, stories of awe and vulnerability, of facing extremes that challenge the limits of human resilience. These personal narratives transform abstract science into visceral experience, bridging the gap between the microscopic and the cosmic. Yet, these journeys also pose profound ethical and scientific questions. As we push toward democratizing space, we must consider the unseen costs, environmental impacts, the risks of exposure to unknown radiation, and the moral responsibility of exploring worlds that may harbor unseen life or fragile ecosystems. How do we balance the desire for discovery with the duty to protect these hidden universes? The universe itself whispers secrets through signals we are just beginning to decode. Cosmic phenomena like gamma-ray bursts and gravitational waves are faint echoes, messages from the depths of space that require extraordinary technology to detect. They are like whispers from the universe's most secret chambers, revealing processes that occurred billions of years ago. For instance, the detection of high-energy emissions from distant sources is akin to listening to the universe's heartbeat, an unseen rhythm that guides us toward understanding the origins of matter, energy, and life. But what if these signals are more than just information? What if they are the universe's silent poetry, metaphors for our own journey into the unknown? As we explore these unseen terrains, whether underground, microscopic, or cosmic, we are not just observers, we are participants, rewriting our narrative in the vast, silent theater of the cosmos. The new era of space tourism and exploration challenges us to look beyond what is visible, to embrace the mysteries that lie beneath the surface, and to recognize our profound responsibility, to explore with curiosity, respect, and humility. Because in the end, the greatest discoveries are those that reveal not only the universe, but also our place within its silent, infinite poetry. Life is a delicate yet resilient thread, woven through the fabric of the universe, stretching across scales both vast and minute. In the silent depths of space, where temperatures plummet to near absolute zero and radiation threatens to erase all traces of existence, tiny microbes have persisted for eons, cloaked in protective shields of biofilms and dormant states. They survive where nothing else seems possible, clinging to cracks in asteroid surfaces or hiding within the shadows of distant moons. Their endurance whispers a quiet truth. That life, in its essence, is an act of relentless perseverance, adapting and waiting patiently for the moment when conditions shift in its favor. On a much larger scale, entire ecosystems flourish in environments that would seem utterly inhospitable. Volcanic vents on the ocean floor, where heat and pressure forge life in darkness and extreme conditions. Here, amid the chaos of molten rock and swirling chemicals, entire communities thrive, powered by energy from the Earth's core rather than sunlight. These thriving ecosystems serve as a testament to nature's unwavering ability to carve out niches of life in the most hostile landscapes. They remind us that resilience is woven into the very blueprint of existence, a dance between chaos and order, destruction and renewal. Humans, in their quest to explore and understand this vast universe, mirror this resilience with unwavering resolve. Our journeys into space are a testament to the enduring spirit that refuses to accept boundaries as final. Like those microbes hiding in tiny cracks, or the ecosystems flourishing amid chaos, we persist against the odds, designing spacecraft to withstand the vacuum and radiation of space, training our bodies and minds for journeys that push the limits of endurance. Every challenge faced in space exploration echoes a deeper truth, that perseverance is not just survival, but a continuous act of hope. If life finds a way there, in the dark depths where light never penetrates, what are we capable of surviving? This question resonates deeply, inviting us to reflect on the boundaries of resilience. When we witness pioneers in suborbital flights, those brave souls who venture beyond the horizon of our Earth, embody the same persistence found in nature's most extreme environments. Their stories are not just about adventure, but about human perseverance, about daring to confront the unknown with a quiet belief that discovery is worth every struggle, every fear, every setback. The human spirit, much like the universe itself, is a testament to resilience. It is a gentle crescendo of hope that rises in the face of adversity, sustained by curiosity and reverence for the mysteries that surround us. Each voyage into space is a chapter in this ongoing story, a story of human endurance, of pushing past limitations, of humanizing the unknown by sharing real stories of courage and wonder. These stories remind us that resilience is not merely a survival skill, but a fundamental part of what it means to be human, a poetic dance that mirrors the universe's own relentless expansion. As we democratize access to the cosmos, opening the universe to more explorers from all walks of life, we begin to see ourselves not as distant observers, but as active participants in a grand, unfolding narrative. This democratization is a beacon of hope, illuminating the potential of collective resilience. It redefines our future, where humanity's survival depends on our ability to adapt, learn, and coexist with the universe's vast, often hostile beauty. In this pursuit, we discover that resilience is both micro and macro. A tiny microbe enduring in the shadowed crevices of a distant asteroid, and a global community reaching for the stars, united by a common hope. Both are expressions of a fundamental truth, that life, in all its forms, is a persistent act of faith, a gentle yet unwavering promise that even in the most hostile places, life finds a way. And in that resilience, we find our own purpose, an enduring testament to the infinite possibilities that await when we dare to persist. A new chapter begins. The first New Zealander in space, aboard Blue Origin's capsule, isn't just a traveler. He's a symbol, a beacon of humanity's daring pursuit. But beneath this thrill lies a deeper truth. These suborbital flights challenge us, scientifically, ethically. They force us to confront our responsibilities. Do we truly understand the risks, the impact, the future we're shaping? Imagine floating above Earth, witnessing its fragile beauty. Feel the weight of that perspective. And yet, something is unraveling fast. Our journey towards democratizing space is urgent. We're not just exploring, we're redefining what it means to be human. Every decision we make today echoes across the cosmos. Comment what this awakening means to you, because the stakes are higher than ever. The universe is waiting. It's time to act. Are we ready to take responsibility for the future of life beyond Earth? The universe is a fragile tapestry, woven with threads of light and energy that stretch across incomprehensible distances. Yet, amid its vast beauty, it harbors the potential for catastrophic collapse, an irreversible unraveling that echoes through the cosmic fabric and strikes at the very heart of Earth's fragile existence. Imagine a magnetar, a neutron star so dense that its magnetic field distorts space-time itself. When such a star collapses or destabilizes, it unleashes a burst of gamma rays so powerful it can wipe out entire planets in moments. Spectral storms that erase worlds with a single flash. This cosmic annihilation is not just a distant nightmare, it is a mirror to the ongoing devastation on our own planet, where melting ice caps accelerate toward a tipping point, releasing stored greenhouse gases that trap heat and doom entire ecosystems. The ice, once a resilient shield, now melts in a relentless tide, exposing the vulnerable underbelly of our world, stripping away millennia of balance and resilience. Every day, we witness the slow but unstoppable erosion of Earth's stability. Forests reduced to ash, oceans acidified, skies thickened with pollutants, each act a silent countdown to collapse. The planet's ecosystems, much like collapsing stars, are pushed to the brink, their vitality draining away, their capacity to recover fading into a distant memory. The once vibrant coral reefs, the lush rainforests, the polar ice, their decline is a cosmic tragedy played out on a planetary scale, a slow-motion destruction that feels almost inevitable. We see it in the rising seas swallowing coastal cities, in the intensifying storms tearing through continents, in the desertification that turns fertile land into barren wasteland. It's as if the Earth is hemorrhaging, bleeding life and hope, spiraling toward a final, irreversible rupture. And in that unraveling, new powers begin to stir. The universe's chaos is not only destructive, it is also a crucible for transformation. Just as a collapsing star can birth a black hole, an entity that consumes everything into an eternal void, the collapse of our planetary and cosmic stability threatens to swallow us whole, forcing us to confront the limits of our existence. These phenomena serve as stark metaphors for what we risk. A universe where order is replaced by entropy, where the delicate dance of life is replaced by silence, darkness, and the ultimate void. The cosmic forces that shape the universe, supermassive black holes, gamma-ray bursts, collapsing stars, are not distant. They mirror our own impending collapse, amplifying our fears and responsibilities. Our planet's demise is no longer a distant echo. It is a current, visceral reality, a slow but relentless march toward the abyss. The very fabric of the cosmos is trembling, whispering warnings in signals we often ignore. Waves of gravitational disturbance, bursts of gamma radiation, reminders that the universe itself is fragile, prone to collapse. These cosmic phenomena are not just spectacles for astronomers. They are messages of warning, reflections of our own trajectory. Like a star on the verge of implosion, Earth shows signs of destabilization, rising temperatures, acidifying oceans, dying species, each a symptom of a broader, irreversible breakdown. The melting of glaciers is a mirror to the fading glow of dying stars, both signals that the systems we depend on are reaching their breaking point. And yet, amidst this chaos, hope flickers, frail but persistent. Human resilience, like the spark of life surviving in the depths of a black hole's shadow, persists in stories of survival and innovation. We are racing against the inevitable, trying to harness cosmic understanding to prevent our own collapse. Our efforts to explore space, to colonize other worlds, are attempts to outrun the destruction we have unleashed. An urgent bid to find new homes, new horizons, before the final curtain falls. But these endeavors are fraught with ethical dilemmas, with questions of responsibility and sustainability. As we reach for the stars, we must confront whether we are merely fleeing or genuinely seeking redemption for the damage already inflicted. The universe's silent collapse is a stark warning, an undeniable truth that echoes through the cosmic void. It reminds us that the forces of destruction are not confined to the distant reaches of space. They are here, now, intertwined with our fate. The melting ice caps, the dying forests, the collapsing stars, they are different faces of the same inevitable truth, that chaos and order are but two sides of the same cosmic coin. And in that unraveling, we are called to face our greatest challenge, to recognize our part in this fragile universe, to act with urgency, or to be consumed by the darkness we have helped unleash. The universe is collapsing, and unless we wake to our responsibilities, we risk becoming nothing more than a footnote in the silent, final story of cosmic decay. As humanity takes its first tentative steps beyond our blue planet, we find ourselves at a crossroads where technological marvels meet profound ethical questions. The journey of the first New Zealander in space aboard Blue Origin's suborbital flights symbolizes more than individual achievement. It embodies the dawning of an era where the cosmos is no longer solely the domain of scientists and explorers, but a new frontier of economic aspiration and geopolitical influence. Yet, beneath this veneer of progress lies a complex web of motives, shadows of inequality, and dilemmas that challenge our very notions of humanity and stewardship. Space tourism, once a distant dream, has now become a tangible reality, accessible, at least for a privileged few, thanks to advances in reusable rocket technology and private enterprise. These flights, offering glimpses of the curvature of the Earth and fleeting encounters with the cosmos, evoke awe and inspire. But they also intensify existing disparities, echoing historical patterns of colonialism and resource extraction. Just as rare earth minerals and other vital resources have fueled economic growth for some nations, often at the expense of others, so too does the push towards space mining threaten to reproduce these inequalities on a cosmic scale. Mining asteroids or lunar surfaces for water, precious metals, and rare elements promises enormous economic gains. In theory, such endeavors could reduce terrestrial environmental degradation by alleviating resource scarcity. But the reality is more complex. Who controls these extraterrestrial resources? Which nations or corporations wield the technological and financial power to access them? And at what cost? The potential for monopolization looms large, echoing colonial histories where powerful entities exploited distant lands and peoples, often with little regard for local ecosystems or indigenous rights. This raises the uncomfortable question: are we merely extending old patterns into the final frontier? The contrast between knowledge and control becomes stark. Humanity has amassed scientific understanding of cosmic phenomena, black holes, magnetars, gamma-ray bursts. Yet this knowledge often serves those in power, reinforcing their dominance. The secrets of the universe are not distributed equally. Access to advanced telescopes, space stations, and exploration missions is concentrated among a handful of nations and corporations, creating a knowledge asymmetry that mirrors terrestrial inequalities. Behind the scenes, hidden agendas often drive these ventures. National interests, economic gains, and geopolitical positioning shape the narrative of space exploration. While some promote space as a shared human heritage, others treat it as a new arena for competition, military dominance, and economic advantage. The recent surge in private space endeavors blurs traditional boundaries, raising concerns about the privatization of cosmic resources and the potential for a new kind of imperialism, one driven not by conquest of lands, but by control over celestial assets. Modern parallels are evident in the extraction of rare Earth elements critical to our smartphones, electric vehicles, and renewable energy technologies. These materials are often sourced through exploitative practices, environmental destruction, and social injustices, mostly affecting vulnerable communities. As we contemplate space mining, similar patterns may emerge on a cosmic scale, where the quest for profit overrides considerations of planetary preservation and ethical responsibility. This leads us to a vital reflection. Who truly benefits from these endeavors? Will space resources serve the collective good, or will they deepen existing divides between nations, corporations, and social classes? The temptation exists to view space as a new resource frontier, an endless reservoir of wealth. Yet history warns us of the perils of unregulated exploitation. Without careful governance, the cosmos could become another stage for inequality and conflict, rather than cooperation and shared progress. And so we ask, who shapes the future, and who is forgotten in its shadow? The answer is complex. Powerful actors, governments, multinationals, may craft policies that favor their interests, often sidelining concerns for environmental sustainability, indigenous rights, or global equity. Meanwhile, marginalized communities, both on Earth and potentially in space, risk being excluded from the benefits of exploration and resource extraction. Their voices are often drowned out by the roar of engines and the pursuit of profit. The challenge is to balance scientific curiosity, economic opportunity, and ethical stewardship. We must recognize that advancing into space is not merely a technological endeavor, but a moral imperative. How do we ensure that space exploration and resource utilization do not replicate the inequalities and exploitative practices of our history? How do we forge a new paradigm, one rooted in shared responsibility, transparency, and respect for both terrestrial and extraterrestrial ecosystems? This reflection compels us to consider the broader implications of our ambitions. Just as the colonization of distant lands was driven by a complex mix of discovery, greed, and ideology, so too does the current push for space resources carry the risk of repeating these patterns. The allure of wealth and power can obscure the fundamental truth that we are stewards of both our planet and the universe beyond. Our actions in space will define not just our technological capacity, but our humanity itself. In this context, the democratization of access to cosmic knowledge and resources becomes a moral necessity. True progress depends on inclusivity, on ensuring that the benefits of exploration are shared and that vulnerable voices are. As humanity reaches further into the cosmos, the ethical implications of our actions become more profound and urgent. We stand at a crossroads, where the choices we make today will ripple across the fabric of the universe and shape the destiny of generations to come. The first New Zealander to venture into space with Blue Origin symbolizes not just technological progress, but also the awakening of a new moral consciousness. Yet, as we prepare to democratize access to the stars, we must confront the shadows lurking beneath our ambitions. In one future, this democratization sparks a planetary awakening. Ordinary people, inspired by stories of explorers and scientists, become stewards of the cosmos. Regulations emerge that prioritize sustainability, ensuring that asteroid mining and lunar colonization do not repeat Earth's cycles of greed and exploitation. Humanity's collective voice guides a governance model rooted in responsibility, fairness, and respect for extraterrestrial environments. The stories of passengers, relatable, human, filled with wonder and vulnerability, serve as a reminder that space travel is not just about conquest, but about shared humanity. These narratives humanize the cosmos, fostering empathy across borders and cultures. Education and transparency become pillars of this new era, empowering individuals to make informed decisions and to hold corporations and governments accountable. But this hopeful vision is not guaranteed. A darker scenario looms if ethical considerations are sidelined. Without deliberate action, space could become the next frontier for monopolization and conflict. Private corporations, driven by profit, may ignore the environmental and moral costs of resource extraction. Space becomes a battleground for control, echoing past colonial pursuits, but now extended into the infinite. The voices of the marginalized, those most vulnerable to exploitation, are silenced or disregarded, both on Earth and among the celestial bodies. Scientific knowledge remains concentrated among elites, deepening inequalities and fostering a new form of cosmic elitism. Passengers aboard suborbital flights may be treated as commodities rather than humans, their stories reduced to marketing tools rather than authentic narratives of courage and curiosity. The universe risks becoming a mirror of earthly divisions, magnified on an unimaginable scale. Amid these contrasting futures, the role of each individual is pivotal. We are the nexus, the turning point. Our choices, what we advocate for, what we oppose, what values we uphold, will determine which path humanity takes. Will we act as responsible stewards, ensuring that the expansion into space uplifts all of humanity and preserves the integrity of the cosmos? Or will we succumb to the allure of power and profit, allowing space to mirror the injustices of Earth? Imagine a future where space travelers return not as conquerors, but as ambassadors of a new moral vision. Their journeys inspire policies that protect extraterrestrial environments and promote equitable access. We recognize that the universe is not a resource to be exploited, but a shared heritage, a cosmic commons that demands our reverence. Every passenger, every scientist, every citizen has a role in shaping this future. Through advocacy, education, and the cultivation of a global ethic that extends beyond our planet. Now, picture a starkly different future. Space becomes a playground for the powerful, a new domain for imperialism and greed. Those with wealth and influence carve out monopolies in the asteroid belts and lunar surfaces, leaving the marginalized behind. Scientific breakthroughs are hoarded, and the collective knowledge that could benefit all remains locked away, fueling inequality instead of progress. The stories of space tourists, once symbols of hope, are commodified, stripped of their humanity, and turned into mere entertainment. As the universe's mysteries deepen, so does humanity's moral blindness, risking a future where the cosmos is a reflection of Earth's darkest tendencies. In the end, it's not just a story of stars, it's a story of us. The future of space exploration hinges on our collective agency. We are the architects of what comes next. Will we choose to forge a path of ethical responsibility, ensuring that the universe becomes a mirror of our highest ideals? Or will we fall into the temptation of greed and division, allowing the cosmos to become a mirror of our worst impulses? The choice is ours, and it demands active participation, reflection, and courage. As we stand on the precipice of this new era, Let us remember that the universe is not an infinite resource to conquer, but a vast shared frontier that beckons us to act with humility, justice, and foresight. Our stories of explorers, scientists, everyday people are the threads that weave the fabric of our future. We hold the power to shape a destiny where space is a testament to our collective humanity, or a cautionary tale of what happens when ethics are forsaken. The stars await our decision, but ultimately, it is us who will decide what kind of legacy we leave among them. The universe calls us not merely as explorers, but as stewards of a shared destiny. The first New Zealander to venture beyond our world reminds us that curiosity and courage are the true engines of progress. Yet, as we reach for the stars, we must ask, how will we ensure this journey serves all, not just the privileged? Every suborbital flight, every fleeting glimpse of cosmic wonder, holds a mirror to our collective responsibility. These moments of awe are also moments of choice. Choices that define whether we expand with justice and humility or fall into patterns of conquest and division. Let your voice be the echo that shapes what comes next. Share your thoughts, your hopes, your fears. For in our shared reflection lies the power to forge a future where space belongs to all of humanity, not just a few. Now, let us fall into silence, listening to the quiet call of the cosmos, an invitation to act with heart, to dream with purpose, and to remember that in reaching outward, we must also reach inward. As we stand at the threshold of this new era, the journey of the first New Zealander into space becomes a mirror reflecting our collective hopes, fears, and aspirations. The suborbital flights, with their scientific marvels and ethical dilemmas, remind us that exploring the cosmos is as much a reflection of our inner universe as it is of the stars beyond. Human stories of vulnerability and wonder bring warmth to cold celestial phenomena, grounding the vastness in shared experience. The dream of democratizing space whispers of a future where humanity's reach extends beyond borders, where cosmic curiosity is intertwined with our duty to steward responsibly. Yet, amid these quiet revelations, a profound question lingers. As we carve paths through the infinite, do we shape the universe, or are we merely shaping ourselves within it? The universe, eternal and unyielding, awaits, not as a distant frontier, but as a mirror of our enduring spirit, inevitable in its silent, cosmic embrace.